Alrighty guys, today I'm super excited about this. I've been waiting all week to go pick this up for my buddy. He's selling off a bunch of knives in his collection and had this Work Tough Carnivore Gen 2 for sale. And I told him I wanted to come pick it up, had to wait till Saturday to do so, and went over to his house yesterday and purchased this thing secondhand, slightly used. This knife is going to be filling a gap in my collection for like a survival knife, do-it-all knife, just a big bomb-proof blade. But I'm super excited. I love the sheath so far is solid. There's no rattle. Seems like really good quality. The ergonomics on these Work Tough, such a big comfortable handle, and it just looks and feels great. He even threw in a tech lock with it. He said he didn't like the setup it came with, so he put a tech lock on it. So I'm gonna take a look at those and see which one I prefer. So this is basically kind of like an unboxing first impressions video minus the box. I believe this is everything that the knife comes with when you purchase it, so everything's in here. So let's go ahead and take this thing out of the sheath, and oh yeah, this one has the apocalyptic finish on it. Looks really nice, sharpened with a convex cutting edge. So it's still a V edge, but it's convexed. So we're gonna go ahead and go over this thing from the tip to the pommel here, starting with the pommel. It's got like this bird's beak on the bottom end of the handle. You've got this nice grippy G10 textured, and you've got sort of a guard here that just really locks in your hand. Not only ergonomically are you locked in, the G10 provides some really good traction, kind of like these little pyramids milled into the scales. We've got two holes in the bottom for lanyards. We got bolted together construction, and then we have another lanyard hole there. I'm sure you could fix all sorts of different style lanyard configurations to lock your hand into this knife, as well as creating lashing points to secure this to a stick to make like a spear or extend your reach on the blade. Coming up here to the forward finger choil, giving you a really good choked up position, super ergonomic. They did that right for sure. Behind here, they have it nice and rounded, so your thumb has a nice spot to rest on. And you can see after that you get this really crisp spine. I bet you this thing throws sparks really well. And then you come up, we've got the apocalyptic finish here. I really like the way that looks. worktuffgear, second run of the Carnivore. SK85 steel. SK85 steel is a really tough carbon steel. I think it's very similar to 1084. I'm not sure what they heat treat this thing at, but I know Work Tough is doing it right for sure. And then towards the spine of the blade, I love this blade shape. I love this straight back design. Goes to a nice sturdy strong tip. It's kind of like a giant puko almost. I love straight back designs. Just love them. And this fuller, not only with this fuller are you getting some good weight reduction, but you're getting a spot to grab onto the blade. So if you need to do some weird grips up here, you have a good spot to get traction onto the back of that blade to give you good traction and control and grip. Really like that, and it looks super cool. We've got super thick blade stock thickness. I'm not sure how thick this is, but we've got this super high saber grind that brings this down to a really nice thin cutting edge, giving you a super tough design that can still perform, can still cut really well. Just a really nice looking knife. Outer Limits, the guy who designed it, Carnivore, this is the name of the design. And I'm just super pleased with this thing. I'm so glad I picked this up from him. He had two of these for sale. I said, save one of them for me. Locks into the sheath super good. Feels really nice and solid. You don't really get much of a comfortable thumb wrap to push off of, but there is a spot to push off. Let's go ahead and get into this goodie bag here. See what we got here. We got a couple patches he threw in there. I'm guessing they came with this. That's a cool patch. worktuffgear. This one I could put right on my hat right now. What do you guys think? Does that look good on my hat? I don't care if you like it or not, I'm gonna wear it. So we got a dangler, and it looks like some sort of belt clip. Hardware to mount those, some paracord, or some sort of cordage anyway, and the patches, and that's pretty much it. I think my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tech lock right off of here and put this dangler back on, because I can already tell I'm not going to like this riding this high on my hip. If I'm wearing a backpack or something, this is going to be right in the way. Yeah, so I'm going to throw the dangler on here. So essentially, I'm going to get to know this knife, and we'll bring you a full comprehensive review and show you guys what this thing's all about. This will be the first work tough I've had on the channel that I've ever even owned, and I'm super excited. It's a great looking knife. So yeah, it was super easy to take the tech lock off. It only can fit on one side of the sheath, so you kind of just have to pick what side you want to put it on. Same with the dangler here. We're gonna have to pick what side we want it on and put her on here. I was gonna say, the one nice thing about this tech lock is you put it on and take it off really easy because of this tech lock, but the dangler has a velcro and a snap, so I personally like that. That makes it easier to take off if you don't want to take off your belt. So after trying the tech lock and the dangler, I feel like I'm gonna like the dangler more. I could see why you'd put a tech lock on here. This is a big knife to have dangling off your belt. I just cannot stand to have a knife right high on my hip, but that's what it looks like. You can only secure it on one or other side, which is kind of funky, but it works. There's really no issues. So we're gonna be using this knife and carrying this knife with us everywhere in the woods. It's gonna be my do everything knife, my one tool option. And we will give you guys a full review on this. That's the Work Tough Carnivore Gen 2. I would say that this knife, maybe if we had the cutting edge coming all the way down with no forward finger choil at all, and then removing the guard, I would probably really like it. And I could even grind the guard off myself, but I think it would look and be kind of silly with this forward finger choil. But if we had our edge coming all the way down to just a regular plunge grind and choil, and then no guard, it would be even more like a giant puko, and I would like it even more, I think. But I see why they made it like they made it, and I really like it. So that's going to be it for this video, and we'll see you on the next one.